We are exploring. Today I'm going to show you Nimrod Dam and Nimrod Lake near Nimrod, Arkansas. The United States Army Corps of Engineers started construction here in 1939 and the dam was completed in 1942. This dam is the oldest dam the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers constructed in Arkansas. Warning: when siren sounds, beware of rapid rise in water level. Bones. Look at that. We're getting closer and you can hear the sound dam. Wow, look at the water. Nimrod Dam is 1,012 feet long and it raises above the stream bed from the construction of the dam. They were all taken in 1941. The dam was finished and completed in 1942 during World War II, that was. And this here is a photo from 1992, the 50th anniversary, and it shows workers who helped to build this dam. I hope you enjoy.
All right, so you see that. So supposedly Nimrod, Arkansas was named after some settlers that moved from Nimrod Hill, Tennessee. So I did a search to find out the demographic breakdown of Nimrod Hill, Tennessee, and Nimrod, Arkansas, to see who these settlers are exactly. And I mean, as you can see in the photo, it's pretty clear, but I'll show you what ChatGPT had to say. All right, so real quick, this is the breakdown for Nimrod, Arkansas, 98.3, right? And then this is the one for Nimrod Hill, Tennessee, 94.6. Y'all see that, right? Now, both of these cities or towns are actually rural area where there's a lot of game to hunt and whatnot. So keep that in mind as we move forward. This is a picture. This is a picture of a man who's blushing, right? See, his face is kind of red. All right. All right. Example 2. This is a baby born, like a newborn, right? You notice how red he look? See that? Real quick, I didn't even notice that. Look, this is XAEH12. This is Elon's baby. Yo, that's crazy work. I didn't even know that. I didn't do that on purpose. I just put in red baby, you know. So yeah, that's what popped up. So sit tight real quick. I'm about to bring out a preset to show y'all the relation of Nimrod Hill, Tennessee, and Nimrod, Arkansas's population, right? And why would they name it Nimrod, right? Okay, so real quick, I'll show you why. Reason why I'm doing it is because looking into the dam situations and in Texas, you know, and other places, they talking about the dams and everything. So I was like, let me see if I can find any dams in my locality. So I'm in Arkansas, so I had to look into it, and I found Nimrod Dam. It's the spirit. Call halal Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakadash, that I found this and came across this, you know. So in the genealogy of the people of the Most High Yahweh, the God of the Israelites, right? All right, I'm going to go from Genesis 25 and verse 23. And the Lord said to her, this is Rebekah. Rebekah was the wife of Abraham, of Isaac. And Isaac was the son of Abraham, right? Whom the Most High made a covenant with, right? And the Lord said to her, 2 nations are in your womb. 2 peoples shall be separated from your body. 1 people shall be stronger than the other, and the older shall serve the younger. So when her days were fulfilled for her to give birth, indeed there were twins in her womb. So that's representing the 2 nations. And the first came out red. He was like a hairy garment all over, so they called his name Esau, right? And after his brother came out and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, so his name was called Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when she bore them. So the boys grew, and Esau was a skillful hunter and a man of the field. But Jacob was a mild man, dwelling in tents. So when you go into the Blue Letter Dictionary, that Jacob was a mild man, Jacob was a pious man, right? All right, so Esau was a hunter. You got that? Their rural area, hunter. Who else was a hunter in the scriptures that you could think of? That's right, Nimrod. Nimrod Dam, Nimrod Hill, Tennessee, Nimrod, Arkansas, Nimrod Lake. So you see the connection between Esau, hunting, and the name Nimrod, the mighty hunter? All right, so Solomon, the son of King David, he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines. And his wives turned away his heart from the Most High, right? And they did it when he was in his old age. Because if he had still been a young man when he passed on, he would have been fully righteous, just like his father David, according to the scriptures, right? All right, so verse 5, for Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians, which is Sidon, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites. Now, if you know, Milcom is Molech, right? Blue letter, Milcom. All right, so let me show you. Milcom, great king, the god of the Ammonites and the Phoenicians, to whom some Israelites sacrificed their infants in the valley of Hinnom. Also, see, it says also Molech. So that's Molech, right? Let me show you a picture of Molech. All right, so you see these images right here. This is probably the most famous one that I've seen, you know, or the top row anyway. So all of these right here are Molech, right? So let me show you something. Milcom, also spelled Milcom or Malcham, can refer to two distinct entities, a national deity of the Ammonites, right? And it's also an acronym for for a military communications conference, coincidentally, right? So back to this dam. All right, so you know they said it was built by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, this Nimrod Dam, right? So, you know. All right, so Genesis 10:8 says, and Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. Verse 10. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel. All right. And Erech and Akkad and Calneh in the land of Shinar. Now Babel was ancient Babylon. As you can see right there, the Tower of Babel, right? Which would be modern day Iraq, right? Sidebar, the Ashkenazi son of Japheth. You see it? So is the old Soviet. Gog and Magog, if you know, you know. All right, so back to this Nimrod character, Nimrod Dam and all the connections. The mighty hunter before the Lord, Babel, Shinar, okay, in the land of Shinar. Also the Canaanite connection, Sidon. Remember we covered that earlier. Next chapter over, chapter 11 of Genesis. The whole earth was of one language and one speech. It came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said to one another, go, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. So they figured it out. And they said, go, let us build a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make a name. Right? They wanted to make a name for themselves, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord, the Most High Yahweh, came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Let us go down, and there confound their language. Who is let us, right? The Most High and Elohim, the angels, okay? And there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord, the Most High, scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Most High did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord, the Most High, scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. All right. Now, those were the descendants of Shem. I mean, of Ham, Salakia, right? But the descendants of Shem, they go on, through the blessed line of the Lord. If you follow the genealogy, because that's what the scriptures are. It's a genealogy. You ever hear a pastor say there's power in the blood? There's power in the blood, right? So there's a bloodline that's blessed, according to the Most High Yahweh. So I wanted to show you this to illustrate Esau and his doings, all based upon the Nimrod Dam that I was able to locate in my locality of Arkansas, right? So with that, take that with a grain of salt. It's just for research. This is fair use for educational, edification, and research purposes only. Shalom to the hopefully elect. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do real well and teach in sincerity and truth. Shalom.